Big energy, people. What's up, family? Hopefully, you are doing great. Big energy. Come on, like we always do at this time. Come on, throw some fire emojis in the chat. It's gonna be a fire conversation tonight. Fireside chat, so to speak. Come on, throw some emojis in the chat. Yeah, yeah. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie. You are in the mix, and not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but six. Where my moderator at? Come on, come on. We in the mix at six. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. Did y'all miss me? Did y'all did y'all miss me? I'm gonna get into it. Did y'all miss me though? I was dealing with a few technical issues. I'm gonna get into it last 48 hours. But we just bounced back. We bounced back like nothing happened at all. Um that's what we're doing. I'm committed to empowering you to soar into success and purpose. This is what I need you to do. I need you to let me know what city you are watching from. Come on, come on. Let me know what city you're watching from. Let me know what city you are watching from. Represent, put on for your city. Come on, put on for your city. Let me know where you are watching from. All right, we got Colorado, Colorado Ruby, Kenya Motown, hometown is Motown, Tanya ATL Georgia. You know me, Detroit, North Carolina, Motown. You already know. Let's go. Let's go. I'm just glad to be back. We got Paris watching. I need you to help me out. I need you to tell a friend to tell a friend. It's going all the way up. It ain't going down tonight. It's going all the way up. Rachel G. Houston. Um, Ghana. I love it. I love it. I need you to invite somebody in. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn. Share if you care. Right here on YouTube as well. South Africa. Jasmine, what's going on? Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share if you care tonight. I need you to make sure that you invite somebody in. Invite somebody in. Make sure that you do that. Your timeline could be someone's lifeline. I need you to invite somebody in. Some of you have been asking, hey, where have I been? Show on Monday had a glitch. Tuesday, weren't able to get it off the ground. It literally was, Houston, we have a problem. Now we got liftoff. Listen, I hope you've been praying while you've been asking. I hope you've been praying for me while you've been asking where I've been at. Where have I been? I might as well have put a cot. I might as well have put a little blow up mattress in the Apple store. I'm not playing. I might as well put a blow up mattress in the Apple store. Guess who for the last 48 hours on Monday and Tuesday? Today is Wednesday, right? Yeah, on Monday and Tuesday. Guess who was the last person to leave out of the store of Apple? Yeah. Last night, listen, Apple closed at 8 p.m. Last night, I didn't leave out of Apple until 8:45 p.m. Why was I in there that long? You think I'm playing? I'm not. Think I'm kidding? I'm not. I've been up a creek without a paddle. My paddle is my computer. I can't even begin to tell you what I had to go through with this computer. I can't even begin to tell you. I'm in a new computer right now, thankfully. But for me to get out of the old computer into the new computer, it wasn't trying to let me be great. My old computer was literally trying to hold on for dear life. Um, they were trying to do a data migration because I had to purchase a new computer because my old one had just totally tanked. And so that's why the show wasn't able to go on. You stream through the computer. So computer just totally flatlined. And they were trying to revive it. They do something called a revive in Apple. I never heard of it. But my computer is such in a bad state. It's only 4 years old. Only had it since 2020. I'm like, hey, talking to the Genius Bar, I actually, was talking to the manager to get my computer up and running. He's trying to revive it. Basically, almost like a defibrillator on a human body, but it was on a computer. Couldn't get it to work. And then they were trying to revive my computer because my password was not working to open and unlock my computer. They looking at me, do you really remember your password? I'm like, I got muscle memory when I'm typing on the computer. I know what my password is. Even if I forgot it, I'm typing. My fingers ain't going to let me forget it. Computer would not pop open at all with the password. I mean, I was putting the password in about 20, 30 times in a row. It was not working. And I'm in my head the whole time saying, in the name of Jesus, it's going to work. It's going to work in the name of Jesus. I'm telling you, I'm praying in my head. You got everybody from the Apple store coming over, all the, employees. What issue was this? What's going on? And it was just a bad situation. So I'm still putting my password in, I think maybe 50 times in a row. I don't know. Have you ever felt like you knew what you knew and what you knew wasn't working for you? So you start trying other stuff because you're like, I just know I'm not going crazy. I know my stuff. Matter of fact, beyond just my computer for 4 years, for the last 10 years, I've used the same password as the administrator to pop open my computer. It was not working. I'm telling you, I think I got to maybe the 60th time, and all of a sudden, boom, somebody said it's time to switch to Windows. All of a sudden, it popped open, and the guy who's the manager, who was so long suffering. I mean, he could have gave up. I wasn't about to give up. He was almost ready to give up because he had been working on the computer for about 2 hours. Nothing had happened. Revived it probably about 10, 12 times. All of a sudden, it pops open, and he looks at me. I look at him, and he says, "Did you use a different password?" I said, "No, it's the same password." He said, "How in the world is it working now?" And it wasn't working the last 58 times. I said, "I don't know. Ain't nothing but God on this one." And so they were able to migrate all of my data from my old computer into the new one. Nothing missing, nothing broken. Everything is everything. Listen, can we just do something right quick? Can we just do something right quick? And here it is. I'm just relentless. I refuse to give up. I just refuse to give up. I don't care what they saying. Your computer's done. That's it. It's not gonna work. You can't get in. Your password's not working. Whatever. I won't take no for an answer. No backwards is on to me. I refuse to give up. I refuse to take no for an answer. I know what will work and I will work it. Here's my motto. Either it has to work or it has to work. Yeah, that's the motto. I don't know how it's going to work, but I know it's going to work. Listen, I'm not even, I haven't even started yet tonight. I don't know how it's going to work, but I know it's going to work. You look at your finance. I don't know how it's going to work, but I know it's going to work. Look at your relationships and marriage. I don't know how it's going to work, but I know it's going to work. Looking at your business. I don't know how it's going to work, but I know it's going to work. Court situation. I don't know how it's going to work, but I know it's going to work. Computer. I don't know how it's going to work, but it's going to work. Listen, can we do something right quick? I had to laugh to keep from crying. And here's a beautiful thing about it. While I was in that Apple store, I held my composure. I wasn't frazzled. I wasn't going crazy. I wasn't yelling at the employees. I was cool, calm, collected. Brianna said, Lord had you preaching at the Apple store. Yeah, I had a sermon out of it. That's right, Georgia. This is a sermon all by itself. I remain cool, calm, and collected under pressure. My life is basically on a computer these days. Got all my documents, got all my information, but I still stayed cool, calm, and collected, keeping the composure. Why? Because I don't know how it's going to work, but I know it's going to work. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. It won't work. Somebody just type, it's going to work. Come on, type, it's going to work. Can we just do something real quickly? Can you help me out? Can you just help me? I just need a little bit of participation real quickly. Do you mind just participating real quickly? Just have a request today. Can we have a moment of silence for my old computer? Please. Can we just have a moment of silence for my old computer? Okay? All right. All right, that's it. We moving on. We moving on. It did its job. I think it that old computer birthed about 5 books for me. It was probably tired of me. It gave up the ghost. Moment of silence. All right. Moving on. As you're tuning in tonight, you gotta laugh at some of this stuff. You gotta laugh. Don't take life so serious. You know what I'm saying? It's times to be serious, but it's times to laugh at some of the stuff that we are oftentimes crying and serious about. Do me a favor, invite somebody in. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. I need your thumbs up on the YouTube side. Now, don't just put thumbs up in the comment. I need you to actually hit the button, thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up button. I hope you missed me as much as I missed you. I hope so. And if not, at least make me feel like it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, especially on the YouTube side, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn. We don't stop. As I've always said, my goal in 2024 is to help you achieve yours. My assignment is literally to put you in alignment with your purpose. My job is to empower you to identify your identity. And so, speaking of which, if you do not have a copy of my latest book called Identity, be sure to get it. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, iTunes, Audible. You can also get a signed copy from me at my website, EddieConnor.com, EddieConnor.com. Do that. And then also, let me lose my train of thought here. The book, the subtitle of the book is Keys to Discover Your Uniqueness and Unlock Your Greatness. So that's what we're doing. If you have not registered to join, if you're not become a member of my Amazing Eagles Academy, I need you to make sure that you do that. The revolution not only be televised, it'll be digitized. Go to the eaglesacademy.com. Is where we empower you to soar into success and purpose, where I teach, is where I coach, is where I train, by showing you how to increase your ideas, your impact, and your influence. Go right now, become a member. I can't wait till my session tonight. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Tonight, I'm giving some people a lot of insight on successful marketing strategies, successful marketing secrets tonight. So you want to be a part of the Eagles Academy, go right now, register to join theeaglesacademy.com. Listen, we're in the mix at 6. And matter of fact, if you go and register tonight, you'll still be able to have access to the session, to be able to experience it live if you go and register before 7:30. We're in the mix at 6. Listen, I need you to make sure that you share this with 6 people. Please share this with 6 people, tag 6 people, text 6 people, tell 6 people that we're on. Let 6 people know that we're in the mix at 6. If you're ready, type ready tonight. If you're ready, type ready. I'm ready to jump in. If you're ready, type ready tonight. Ready, 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 ready. Let's go. Listen, I want to talk about the topic tonight. I want to talk from the topic. Say no to the narcissist. I want to talk about narcissism tonight. Say no to the narcissist. And my subtitle is How to Recognize the Signs, Heal, and Reclaim Your Mind. Say no to the narcissist. How to recognize the signs, heal, and reclaim your mind. Listen, I don't know about you. But I've always thought about where the term narcissism comes from. I mean, even if I'm typing, I'm generally a pretty good speller, but I just feel like the word just has too many S's in it. It's just one too many S's. But um, I don't know if you really thought about where the term narcissism derives and originates from. I've always been enamored by Greek mythology, and the story goes that narcissism originates from Greek mythology. There's a story about a hunter by the name of Narcissus in Greek mythology, real story, true story, as they say. Hunter by the name of Narcissus in Greek culture was known for his handsome looks. Brother was handsome, had a well-sculpted physique. And one day, when Narcissus was walking in the forest, he sees a beautiful nymph named Echo. Echo saw Narcissus. Echo, she fell in love with him immediately. Right? Love at first sight. I don't even know how true that is, but she fell in love with him immediately. However, what Narcissus did, he rejected her affections and he left her heartbroken. Narcissus was punished by a goddess of revenge named Nemesis. Okay. What Nemesis did, Nemesis, the goddess of revenge, lured Narcissus to a pool, lured him to a pool of water. And what Narcissus did when he got to the pool of water, he saw his own reflection for the first time. Narcissus, I told you, brother was handsome, well-sculpted physique. Here's what happened. Narcissus sees his reflection in the pool of water the first time, and this is what happened. Narcissus falls in love, not with Echo, not with Nemesis. Narcissus falls in love with his own reflection. He falls in love with himself. Listen, Usher sang the song, "These are my confessions." But Narcissus said, "These are my reflections." Right? So he falls in love, Narcissus does, with his own reflection. And this is what he did. Narcissist ends up rejecting all other romantic advances. He eventually falls in love with his own reflection by looking at a pool of water. And here's what happens. He dies by staring at his own reflection for the rest of his life. You saying, man, Greek mythology, what in the world is this? What's going on tonight? What do you mean? What can we learn from this? I'm so glad you asked. And here's what is. Here's what we can learn. The myth of Narcissus, Greek culture, Greek mythology, it warns us of the dangers of excessive love. And not just of excessive love, of excessive self-love, self-absorption, lack of empathy for others. Scripture says this in 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2. It says that in the last days, people will be, here it is, lovers of themselves. Right? There's a difference between self-love, and then there's a difference between a lover of self. I'm not saying you shouldn't have self-love. I'm just telling you not to be a lover of yourself. Right? There's a difference. Self-love and a lover of self is a fine line. It's a serious dichotomy. Self-love is holding yourself in high regard. Right? Self-confidence, self-esteem, self-confidence, self-concept rather, self-respect. Self-love, you holding yourself in high regard. You respect yourself. You expect other people to respect you. Being a lover of self now is holding yourself in a high regard above others. Self-love, I'm holding myself in a high regard. Lover of self means I hold myself in a higher regard beyond other people. See, the thing is, self-love is compassionate. Self-love is confident. A lover of self is cocky. A lover of self is arrogant. I'm just talking about the difference between it now. Self-love is selfless. A lover of self is selfish. Are you understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth tonight? You see what I'm talking about? Right? So I want to lay the foundation a little bit. And then we're going to jump into the deeper aspect of this. Scripture says this: love your neighbor as yourself. What does that mean? I can't love you if I don't love me. Right? I also can't love you if I'm only a lover of me. Here we go. I can't love you if I don't love me. But I also can't love you if I'm only a lover of me. Why? Because here it is. I'm so full of me that I have no space to embrace you. Are you following me tonight? Are you following me tonight? Let's go deeper before we go higher. If I'm only a lover of me, there's no space to embrace you. Because I'm so full of me that I have no space for you. Right? Tanya, you said yes. You said, is this being recorded to watch later? Absolutely, absolutely. Especially on the YouTube side. Follow me on YouTube. Connect with me on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Let's go deeper so that we can go higher. In the late 19th century, there was an English physician by the name of Havelock Ellis. Havelock Ellis in the 19th century, he first identified narcissism as a mental disorder. Okay, so when someone posts too many selfies, y'all know how you do on social media. When you post too many flex pics, right? You know, you in that dress, you in them heels, you in that suit, you stand in front of that car, you with your friends, right? When you post too many, when you post too many selfies, you put the flex pics on social media, your dating profile, talking about yourself constantly during the first date, we might call that person a narcissist. But hear me, that's not really the true definition. They may have certain expressed qualities, but that's not really the true definition of a narcissist. What I mean is, it may be a symptom, but it's not the disease. It may be the fruit, but it's not actually the root of what it is. A true narcissist is someone with NPD. NPD now is narcissistic personality disorder. What is NPD? Narcissistic personality disorder is the place in which the person has an inflated opinion of themselves. You thinking higher than yourself, you thinking higher of yourself than you ought to. Right? They also have an intense need for the admiration, for the attention of others. They're always, here's what a narcissist is always doing. They're always seeking validation. Here's the thing about narcissism. When you don't affirm and when you don't validate yourself internally, then you settle for affirmation, validation from just anybody. Let me say that again. When you don't affirm, when you don't validate yourself internally, when you don't speak life over your own life, now you settle for the affirmation. Now you settle for the attention. Now you settle for the validation from just anybody, even if the wrong somebody, even if it's the wrong somebody, even if it's the wrong person for you. Here's the thing about people with NPD. Here's the thing about people with narcissistic personality disorder. They're generally unhappy. They're generally disappointed. Why are they generally unhappy and disappointed? They're generally unhappy and disappointed when they're not given praise or special favors that they believe they deserve. Right? They believe they the cat's meow and the dog's bow wow. They believe they're just better than everybody else. They believe the world just revolves around them and you just on the axis. Right? So it's a mental health condition characterized by an inflated sense of importance. So you have a deep need for excessive attention, admiration. You have a lack of empathy for others, often having troubled relationships. Here's the thing about narcissism. Narcissism all boils down to selfishness at the expense of somebody else. It boils down to selfishness at the expense of others. Plus the inability, here it is, to even consider somebody else's feelings other than your own. How many people do you know who don't have any empathy, much less any sympathy, not even for a human being, but for a cat or a dog? They have no empathy. They have no sympathy. But here's the thing. When they're going through something, they want all the empathy and the sympathy in the world. And I think we need to understand the difference between sympathy and empathy. Both of those are not the same. Sympathy pities you. Oh, I just feel so bad for you. Wish it could have turned out a different way. Oh, I'm so hurt. I'm so sorry that you had that issue with your computer. So sorry. It's still a sore spot for me. Just I'm getting through it. I'm getting through it. I'm getting through it. But sympathy pities you, right? Sympathy feels bad for you. Empathy, on the other hand, empathy is compassion, deep compassion. Empathy is an understanding for you. Empathy says, I want to help you bear your burdens. Y'all laughing at me. I'm trying to be serious right now. I did it to myself, right? Empathy is compassion. It's a deep understanding for you. It helps you to bear your burdens, right? I want to be there with you. I want to help you through what it is that you're going through. Beyond prayers and condolences, people say, a lot of people say I'm praying for you and they don't ever throw up a prayer. Shout out to the folks that actually say, listen, I'm praying for you, and they actually following through. Right? Prayer didn't even hit the ceiling. Prayer didn't even get past your pillowcase. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the folks who actually throw a prayer up. And it can actually get past the ceiling. That's another thing. That's another thing. So beyond prayers and condolences to sympathize, how can I be of support to empathize with you and what you're going through? Now, we 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 walking through this thing tonight. There's 9 official criteria for NPD. If you're just joining us tonight, we're talking about narcissistic personality disorder. If you have not shared, I need you to make sure that you share this with somebody. Like, comment, share, subscribe, especially on the YouTube side. Invite somebody in tonight. 9 official criteria for NPD. And here's the thing, social media has intensified it. Social media is not the cause of NPD, though. It has exposed it and highlighted it more. I assure you, if there was no social media, we would still have narcissists. Social media is not the cause of it. Social media has just unveiled it. It's taken the cloak off. It's highlighted it. It's exposed it. It's intensified it. And here are some of the NPD characteristics. One is that you have a grandiose sense of self-importance, preoccupation with unlimited fantasies, fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, ideal love, right? Is those who are not realistic about who they are, what they offer. And here's the thing, so many times unrealistic expectations come as a result of not even doing the work for what it takes to have what you desire to receive. You can have all types of narcissists, you can have all types of these fantasies of unlimited success, but what are you actually doing to put in the work to actually receive what it is that you desire to have? So as a result, it becomes fanciful. It becomes to a place of you adopting a sense of arrogance and entitlement to overpower somebody and subjugate them due to the fact that you have a preoccupation with simply just yourself. Here's the thing, what I'm realizing is that some people's favorite radio station is WIIFM. Some of y'all saying, what in the world is that? WIIFM. I know Hot 97. I know Mix 92.3. I know WJLB if you're in Detroit. I know 107.5. But what is WIIFM? Here's the thing. Many people have a WIIFM mentality, meaning what's in it for me? That's WIIFM. What's in it for me? Not realizing, here it is, that if you help people get what they want, you will get what you want. Another aspect of NPD, they have this belief that they're special and unique. Now, I believe everybody should be special and unique, but they believe that their special quality and uniqueness is greater than anybody else's. So you got a high status that you believe in your own head that usurps other people. You superior, other people are inferior. As a result, you got a need for excessive admiration, sense of entitlement, lack of empathy, interpersonally exploitative behavior. And then as a result, all of that still creates envy. Shouldn't it seem like somebody who feels that they so special, that the cats meow, that the dogs bow wow, that they better than anybody else? Why would you even be envious of anybody else? Because even how they feel about themselves is not enough. Right? So you have an envy of others and you believe that others are envious of you. Which one is it going to be? So all of that means you got a demonstration of arrogance. I don't know if you see the duality in it, but it's a demonstration of arrogance and haughty behaviors, of attitudes. And here's the thing about it. The worst kind of arrogance is to be somebody who was arrogant and unachieved. Do you know any people like that? You arrogant and you ain't even accomplished anything. What have you done other than wake up every morning, beat your chest to tell people how great you are, look down your nose at folk as if they are peasants, they should serve you, and you a prince or a princess? Okay, you fine, but what else? Clothes and shoes is not an accomplishment. I can't get no help in here. I can't get nobody to help me tonight. Tonight is going to be tight, but it's going to be right. Clothes and shoes is not an accomplishment. What have you done to better somebody else's life other than your own? Listen, I heard somebody say if you're looking down on somebody, it ought to be because you're lifting them up, not because you're beating them up. Let me say that twice because it's also nice. If you're looking down on somebody, it ought to be because you're lifting them up, not because you're beating them up. So here it is. Let me cut across the lawn on this. Let me cut across the lawn on this. Let me get into some of the traits of the narcissist, shall we? Shall I proceed? Yes, indeed. Come on, just type yes, indeed. Shall I proceed? Worst type of narcissist is to be arrogant and unachieved. Celeste, I'm trying to make sure that they're at their best. Yes, indeed. All right. Number one, narcissist. For those who are taking notes tonight, for those of you taking notes, number one, narcissists are conversation controllers. I remember reading a book, and the author shared a story about a woman who went on 2 different dates. She went on 2 different dates with 2 different men. True story. First man on the date talked about himself the whole time. Have you ever been on a date with somebody? They just talk about themselves the whole time. I can't talk about myself the whole time. I think I'm interesting, but I don't think I'm that interested to be talking about myself endlessly. But he's not me. First man on the date talked about himself the whole time. So this would happen. She leaves the date. She said, I left the date feeling that he was the most intelligent person in the world. On the second date, rather than this man talking about himself, she went on a second date with a different man. He wound up asking a lot of questions, right? He really wanted to know who she was, her interests, find out who she was at her core. She said, the first man made me feel like he was the most intelligent person in the world. But the second man made me feel like I was the most intelligent person in the world. Why do I say that? There's a book called, and I want you to read this book. It's a book called The Art of People by author Dave Kerpen, Kerpen. Art of People. He writes about the need to get interested in people. And here's the thing. When you get interested in other people beyond just yourself, other people get interested in you. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I double dare you to think about people other than just yourself. See, when you get interested in people, you become more of a likable person. When you're interested in how are people doing, their belief system, how is their family, it makes a big difference, right? You see, here's the thing about narcissists. Narcissists love to constantly talk about themselves. They want to talk about their accomplishments. They want to talk about their achievements. Why do they do this? They do this because they feel that they're better. They do this because they feel that they're smarter than everybody else. And here's what they got to do. They have to create an appearance of being self-important and self-assured, when in many cases they are everything but that. So what do they do? They exaggerate their accomplishments. They know they made $50 this week off of a product, but they're like, yo, you know what? I just made $500 from this. You know you made 50. Why are you adding an extra zero? I'm telling you, business is booming. Right? So they're just exaggerating. They're bloviating. They're embellishing what they do in order to gain adoration and admiration from other people. Here's the thing. You got to realize this. Narcissists are too busy talking about themselves to listen to you. It's a 2-part warning. God forbid you find yourself in a relationship with a narcissist. God forbid you find yourself on a first date with a narcissist. God forbid you find yourself in a long-term relationship, dating, or you wind up marrying a narcissist. Have mercy. Here's the thing. First, your partner won't stop talking about themselves. Secondly, your partner won't even engage in a conversation about you. And here's what you got to do. You got to ask yourself this. What happens when I do talk about myself? Hmm? Do they try to circumnavigate the conversation, remix it, and bring it back to themselves? Do they express interest to learn more about you? Or do they say, do they just take what I say and, now they just make it about them? Here's the thing. A narcissist believes that the world revolves around them. And the conversation is going to revolve back to them too. See, they're so linear, they're not panoramic, they can never be focused on you. Number two, told you number one, a narcissist is a conversation controller. Moderator, you working tonight? Number two, the narcissist, they crave compliments. I mean, it's okay to get a compliment every now and then. You want to be complimented, but you don't die or live by it. You want to be told your hair is nice, your hair whipped, dip, fried, dyed, laid to the side. You want to be told your shoes are nice. You want to be told that dress is complimenting you, fitting you well. You want to be told, the suit fitting you nice and tight. Well, not too tight. Athletic. You don't look like it's painted on you now. Another conversation. The narcissist craves compliments. They live for it. Right? Here's the thing. You got to realize this. If you live for the applause of people, you'll quit when they clap. You'll die if you don't get their approval. And here's the thing about narcissists. They crave compliments and they punish people around them for their lack of self-confidence. Isn't it interesting? It's called self-confidence, self-esteem. The prefix of the word is self. Eleanor Roosevelt said this: nobody can make you feel inferior without your permission. You have to permit for them to make you feel bad about you if they diminish your self-esteem and your self-confidence. It begins with self. It should start with you and not end with them. Like Lil Wayne said, it's all about I and give the rest of the vowels back. That's what it is in the mind of a narcissist. They act as if they're self-confident, but here's the thing. It's really just a facade. It's a smoke screen. It's a mask. Narcissists were wearing a mask prior to COVID-19. And they still haven't taken it off. Right? They have a false sense of self-confidence, which is their mask that they hide behind. Because here it is. Narcissists need a lot of praise. And hear me, if you're not giving it to them, this is what they're going to do. They're going to have a rod, a reel, put some bait on it. They're going to fish for it. And they're going to try to hook you in. That's why they're constantly looking for you to tell them how great they are. Right? Because underneath their mask, underneath their veneer of self-confidence, they're very fragile. Their ego gets hit very easily. They lack confidence. Their ego is very fragile. Here's some of the telltale signs of narcissism. Here's the main ingredient. People who are actually self-confident or self-reliant. What I mean is, they won't solely rely on you or anyone else to make them feel good about who they are. Scripture says this: greater is he that's within me than he that's in the world. So here's the thing about confidence. My confidence doesn't originate on the outside. My confidence originates on the inside. My confidence is not in my clothes. My confidence is the fact that I'm a person of character. right? My confidence isn't in people. My confidence isn't in accomplishments. It's not in likes. It's not in notoriety to make other people feel bad and diminish them if they have not reached certain levels of success. Everybody has a different journey. Somebody who is self-reliant is not looking for love in all the wrong places to make them feel good about themselves. Here's the thing that we got to realize is about NPD. Here's the thing we got to realize is about narcissistic personality disorder. The main difference between folks who are confident and those with NPD is that narcissists need others to lift them up. Narcissists lift themselves up. Here's how they lift themselves up. They lift themselves up only by putting other people down. Hear me. If you only feel good about yourself, if you can only feel good by making other people feel bad, then you got a problem. You're an incredibly weak person if you only feel big by making other people feel small. Oh, they feel higher. They feel taller. They feel better. They feel brighter by putting other people lower. And here's the thing that you got to realize this. If they'll talk about people to you, please believe it. They'll talk about you to other people. Here's the thing. A narcissist is a manipulator and a crafty one at that. Listen, you know you're in the hands of a manipulator when they make you feel bad for what they did to you. They will make you feel bad for what they did to you or what you allowed them to do. Yeah. Number 3. I got to keep it moving here. Number 3, a narcissist disrespects boundaries. A narcissist has no respect for your boundaries. They don't care about the fact that you know your no. Yeah, know your no. Come on, somebody just type that in the chat tonight. No, K-N-O-W, your N-O. Know your no. Come on, come on. Type that in the chat tonight. You got to know your no. You got to draw a line in the sand. You got to stand firm on it. You got to stand on business by knowing your no. Narcissists don't care about the fact that you know your no. You flexing your no muscles. They don't care. They don't respect your boundaries. Here's what they're going to do. They're going to find a way to manipulate you out of your boundaries. Oh, yeah. Why? Because a narcissist believes that everything belongs to them. Listen, have you ever had somebody just come over your house? Come on, they just came over to your house and all of a sudden they acting like they live there? Who told you just go up in my refrigerator like that? You just gonna come here and kick your feet up on my coffee table and my couch with your shoes on? Matter of fact, we check the shoes at the door. Don't be bringing the dirt outside into my house. Come on, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got that. But this is my house. In the words of primetime Deion Sanders, this is my house. If y'all don't know what the video is, look it up on YouTube. You are up in here, up in here. This is my house. Right? That's how narcissists gonna run up in your life. Listen, what's mine is mine, what's yours is mine. In the mindset of a narcissist. And here's the thing, they believe that everybody thinks and feels the same way that they do. And everybody wants the same things that they do. Why? Because they believe the world revolves around them. Oh, they shocked out of their socks. Yeah, they shocked out of their socks when you tell them no. No is a cuss word to them. What you got to do, just like the title of this is tonight, you have to say no to the narcissist. One of the biggest insults to a narcissist, hear me, is to hear the word no. But here's the thing, it's worth knowing your no. Yeah, I know no was gonna make them trip, but don't you trip. Don't trip over your no. Don't trip over knowing your no. In the midst of their huge sense of self-entitlement, they feel entitled to praise. They feel in some sense that you should worship them. You should worship the ground they walk on. And see, that's the thing with this celebrity culture as it has evolved, because a lot of people feel as if they feel as if I'm not a celebrity, then I'm nobody. The devil is a lie. That's the farthest thing from the truth. We have created this celebrity culture, especially in the Western world, especially in America, primarily, where people only want to be famous. And guess what? Here's what they'll do. They'll sell their mama out. They'll sell their family out. They'll sell their own soul for fame because they have a price, not realizing that they were bought with a price. Priceless. Right? And here's the thing. Some people even want fame more than money. But here's what I realized. No boundaries, no breakthroughs. Got to have some boundaries. Number four. Let's go for more. Number 4. A narcissist's empathy is on E. Write that down. Their empathy is on E. We're talking about a narcissist tonight. Their empathy is on E. A narcissist has no empathy. And if they have it, it's little to none. Like a gas tank, a narcissistic person will gaslight you. What does gaslighting mean? And one day I'm going to do a lesson, a session on that. Gaslighting, here it is. It's psychological manipulation to control. I got to sow self-doubt into your mind. I got to cause you to question your own reality. They was trying to gaslight me at the Apple store yesterday. I still can't let it go. I can't let it go. They're like, do you remember your password? Because it ain't working. Are you sure you got the right password? They were trying to sow self-doubt into me. But I had to know my no. Nope. It ain't no other password. This is the one. Right? Psychological manipulation. I want to put you on E mentally. Because here's the thing. They have no empathy, but they got an ego that's on full. Their empathy is on E, but their ego is on full. Here's the thing. A lack of empathy or the inability to feel how another person is feeling is one of the primary characteristics of a narcissist. Let me say this again. I need you to get this. A lack of empathy or an inability to feel. You can't even put a pulse on the pain of the people. My brother Royce, appreciate you, bro. We go all the way back to EMU, man. EMU make it do what it do. College buddy of mine, right? Lack of empathy, inability to feel how another person is feeling is one of the primary characteristics of a narcissist. Here's the thing. Narcissists lack the skill to even make you feel seen. They don't validate. They don't understand. They don't accept you because they don't grasp the notion or even the concept of feelings. When we talk about, I don't catch flights, I don't catch feelings, I only catch flights. That's them. They don't catch feelings. They only catch flights. They live by that. They have no feeling. Just because you have a heart doesn't mean you have a heart. Oh, come on now. Just because you have a heart does not mean you have a heart. They can't feel because they don't feel or they refuse to feel. Kenny said, I got to log off. This is crazy. Stick around a little bit more. Stick around a little bit more. Here's the thing, right? That's right, Brianna. Nothing because it's empty. They're empty shell. Beautiful gift, but when you open up the box, ain't nothing inside. A narcissist is numb to natural human needs. And here's the thing about the Greeks. And we talked about Narcissus out of Greek mythology. The Greeks classified the word storge. There was four forms of love. See, the form of love that we talk about in America is I love my cat, I love my dog, I love that dress, and we just abound it to mean the same thing. Greeks have four definitions of love. Agape love, the highest form, the God kind of love. You got eros, which is erotic, romantic love. You have philia, where we get the term Philadelphia, city of brotherly love, family love. But there's storge, which is natural affection. Natural affection, the world is the world is losing natural affection when a mother will put her children in a freezer that she gave birth to. No natural affection. When there's killing, somebody will kill you over a pair of buffs, Cartier frames. No natural affection, right? People have become cold, colder than Midwestern weather, reducing people to feel so small that you can feel bigger than other people. And here's the thing about it. Some of us were in relationships with narcissistic people and we didn't even realize it. Have mercy. Type of people who don't do emotion that belongs to others. If it's not my own emotion, I can't connect to yours. I can't have a pulse on the pain because it's not my pain. Are you understanding me tonight? They can't connect to the emotion of others because they've turned their emotion off. What does that go back to? Trauma, things that they have not healed from. Now they bleed on people who didn't cut them. And here's the thing, when you're thinking about relationships, when you're thinking about marriage, you have to ask yourself these questions. Does my partner care when I'm having a bad day? Am I fighting with somebody who is supposed to be my best friend? Am I fighting with somebody who's supposed to be fighting for me? Do they care if I have an issue with my parents? Do they have an ear to listen? Even if without them giving unsolicited advice? Because here it is. Sometimes you just want to talk, but you don't want no advice. You just want somebody to hear. Am I making it clear tonight? Are they sensitive to my needs to not always respond, but listen? Like my grandmama told me, rest in peace, Mama Maxine, son, you got two ears, one mouth. Listen twice more than you talk. Are they sensitive to hear and not just speak? Hello, hello, are you still there? Can you feel my pain? Can you empathize with me? Or is your empathy on E? Last but not least. Whew. Got more truth than I got time. I hope you're getting something from this tonight. If you're receiving this tonight, drop some emoji hands. Drop some emoji hands tonight. A telltale sign that you're dating a narcissist, because I got to get out of here. I got class. I got to teach tonight in the Eagles Academy. A telltale sign that you're dating a narcissist is if you feel like your partner, one, does not listen to you, two, won't understand you, three, doesn't take responsibility for their part in the issue. What do I mean? There's no accountability. Everything is blame shifting. Nope, your fault. They ain't even got no fault insurance. It's your fault insurance. No. Your fault insurance. Here's what they do. They treat the conversation like it's a washing machine. What do I mean? Because all they do is they put it on a spin cycle. They spin it, they flip it, they turn it around to work for their own advantage. And here it is. Now you got vertigo. Now you dizzy and delirious. And I ain't talking about an Eddie Murphy stand-up comedy special. Because they done flipped you, turned you, spun you. You don't know where if you're coming, if you're going. No accountability, no responsibility. How can two walk together except they be agreed? I'm not just arguing with myself. I'm not just disagreeing by myself. What role did you play in this? No compromise, right? Their life is like the song by Usher. Their life is like the song even by Frank Sinatra, My Way. It's my way or no way is their philosophy. And here's the thing. Relationships are about consideration. Relationships are about negotiation, not militarization. Let me say that again. Relationships are about consideration. Relationships are about negotiation, not militarization. I need compassion and compromise, not conflict. So here's the thing. What's the best game plan to deal with a narcissist? Who's, as they say, playing in your face. That's what the young folks say now, right? I'm still young. I just wanted to say that. That's what the young folks say. And yeah, that's what the older folks say about the young folks. I just wanted to just throw that out there. What's the best game plan to deal with a narcissist who's playing in your face? Here's the best game plan. Ending the relationship is the best way to deal with it. Well, you say, I can fix them. I just know they so close. They're getting better. I can fix them. Brother, sometimes you hold on to nothing by a thread at the end of your rope. Ladies, you find yourself trying to fix the unfixable because you're a nurturer by nature, sometimes to a fault. Sometimes you see a man as a Build-A-Bear. Oh, he got a lot of potential, but you know he's a project. You like or love the person, but you can't stand the pattern. Here's what you want to do. You want to avoid arguments with a narcissist. This ain't the movie The Great Debaters. Why are we arguing? That's the best way to go. Don't give them the satisfaction of an argument. Why? It's not going to make them feel crazy. It's going to make you feel crazy. Here's what I want you to do. In 2024, stop giving people the keys to drive you crazy. Ruby, I'm trying to give them some rubies. The very thing that drives a narcissist crazy is the lack of control and the lack of a fight. The less you fight back, the less power they have. It's like unplugging the plug out of the outlet. I'm not giving you any power. Right? The less power you give them, the better it is for you. The less power they have over you. Why? Because here's what you're doing now. Now you're creating healthy boundaries for yourself. You said the battle is not mine. The battle is the Lord's. Then why are you fighting the battle? Well, I'm just going to give them a piece of my mind. Hear me. Keep giving people a piece of your mind. You're only going to be left with just a piece of your mind, but no peace of mind. You got to protect your peace. You got to protect your purpose. You got to prioritize your mental health. You got to reduce your stress level. Why are you allowing them to take your blood pressure up? Your peace is a prize. Your peace is priceless. Now, let's say, all right, I'm going to initiate a breakup with a narcissist. This is what they're going to do. They're going to generally panic when you try to break up with them. As soon as you back away, a narcissist is going to try that much harder to keep you in their life. You know it's bad when you're arguing over text. Ain't no sound coming out of the phone other than the ring and the ding. Unless you got on silent. Y'all ain't even talking. You arguing by pressing buttons through a device. Here's what a narcissist wants to do. A narcissist wants to treat you like Pinocchio. They want to pull your strings because in their mind, they're Geppetto. They want to be Geppetto. They want to treat you like Pinocchio by pulling your strings. But here's the thing. You got to realize this, like the song said, your price is way too high. You need to cut it. Come on, somebody just drop some scissors in the chat. Drop some scissors in the chat. I'm cutting the cords. I'm cutting the conflict. I'm cutting the chaos. My price is way too high. I had to cut it. Cut the conversation. Cut the cords. Cut the connection. I ain't say cut them now. No, 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 no. Nope, don't do me like that. Dr. Eddie said cut. No, no, no. I said cut it. I ain't say cut them. Don't be blamed. Nope, nope. I will not take responsibility for that. You're going to take accountability for yourself. I'm praying. I'm praying. Matter of fact, if you can't control yourself, put the scissors away and just walk away. You ain't got no self-control. Put the scissors down. Put the scissors away. Walk away. Right? As soon as you back away, Nice is going to try that much harder to keep you in their life. Oh, they were a great cook. That's what they're going to do is try to cook for you. They took you to the best places for dinner. But when you sat down, they berated you at the table. They know your favorite shoe. And they know when you put them on, you're going to be like Cinderella. It's going to be hard for you to walk away. But here's the thing. If you don't walk away, you're going to turn into a pumpkin. They know the type of bag you like. But here's the thing. The bag is going to come with baggage. Bag a lady. That singing ain't my thing. You're going to hurt your back. Carrying all them bags like that. To you, it's a bracelet. But to the narcissist, it's a handcuff. To you, it's just a necklace. Oh, ain't this necklace so beautiful? To you, it's a necklace. But to them, it's a noose. And here's what they want to do. They want to keep you hanging and dangling from the strings that they pull. Am I getting through to somebody tonight? Oh, they know how to say all the right things. They know how to make you think that they've changed, but soon enough, they'll show you they actually never change. Remember, I told you that a narcissist has a fragile ego. Their ego has been so severely bruised that it causes them to feel rage. They can go from 0 to 100 real quick. And I ain't talking about putting the pedal to the metal in the car. I'm talking about their attitude. Right? They got this rage. They have this hatred for anybody who's wronged them. That's because everything is everybody else's fault. They point the finger, but the more fingers are pointed back in their direction. They blame everybody else for why they are where they are and why they are who they are. They blame the breakup even on themselves when they were the perpetrator. On you when they were the perpetrator. And here's the thing. Sometimes they may badmouth you to save face. They may start dating somebody else to make you try to feel jealous, help their ego. They may try to steal your friends, be friends with your friends, so they can now berate you to your friends. But here's the thing. A good reputation, it means everything to them. They got to protect themselves. They won't let anything interfere with it. Right? Because being in a relationship with a narcissist is always criticizing. It's always belittling. It's always gaslighting you emotionally. They have no emotional intelligence. It's mentally exhausting. And this is what you got to do for your emotional and your mental health, for your mental well-being. Because a lot of times when we're coming out of relationships with people who are narcissistic, we just want to keep on going. Oh, I'm gonna put some makeup on. I'm gonna go out, hang with the friends. I'm gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna brush my shoulders off. But here's the thing, the effects are damaging. What you have to do, you got to pause. You have to reflect. You have to assess. You have to look within yourself. You got to heal. You got to get counseling. You got to get therapy. One thing that you must do is that you got to remind yourself that you deserve better. The reminder that you deserve better has got to now boost your self-esteem and your self-confidence. Right? Here's what we do as a detriment. We get down on ourselves because we made a bad choice. We found ourselves in a bad relationship. But here's the beautiful thing. The beautiful thing is you didn't stay longer in an ugly relationship. I know the relationship was bad, but at least you didn't stay a day longer than you should have in the relationship because you walked away. And hear me, sometimes a day longer leads to a year longer. Sometimes picking up that phone keeps you entrapped in the narcissist's hands. Keeps you entrapped. Sometimes you have to block because there's a blessing in blocking. Sometimes you got to delete the whole text thread. Sometimes as you have blocked, you said, oh, well, I blocked a person. Well, stop unblocking and looking at their page on social media. You said you blocked them. Y'all don't want to be real tonight. You said there's a blessing in blocking. So if there's a blessing in blocking, how are you out on a date with the same person who you blocked their number and you blocked them on social media? Make it make sense, please. You blocked them on social media. You blocked the number. How are you out on a date with them? Here's what you got to do. You got to build a support network. Strengthen your relationships with empathetic family and friends that remind you of who you are and what your reality is. God forbid you married a narcissist, right? Beyond urging your partner just to go to therapy, maybe you just may need to go to therapy with the person who's a narcissist to save the marriage. Here's the thing. A narcissist would internalize going to therapy by themselves in isolation as you singling them out. Listen, if they don't want to go with you or by themselves, more than likely is going to lead to the dissolution of a marriage. We say, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. And here's the thing. Sometimes we ignore the signs before we say I do because we wanted to say I did. I did get married. I did get somebody. I did get a ring. But at what expense? At what cost? At what price? You gained them, but you lost yourself. Okay, you out of a relationship from a narcissist. You got to get yourself some therapy. Doesn't mean anything wrong with you. It means that now you're perfecting what is right with you. Right? Because you got to find wisdom from your wounds. You have to unpack what the narcissist used to attack. And here's the final nail in the narcissist, as I got to go tonight. You cannot change a person at all. You can't change nobody who don't want to be changed. Especially somebody with narcissistic personality disorder. You can't love. Here it is. Here it is. Let me stir the nest a little bit because I got to jump in the eagle's nest in a minute. Let me stir it. You can't love. Here it is. You can't love the hell out of a narcissist. That's what's up. Loving them enough is not going to change their whole definition of themselves. Loving them is not going to make them happy. Loving them is not going to change their inordinate standards. They got to seriously want help. They have to seek it out. They can't just say, yeah, I'm just going to get help. They got to seek it out. They got to change their method of behavior. They're never going to be in tune with you. They're never going to be sympathetic to you. They're never going to be empathetic to you and your experiences, but you'll always feel empty interacting with them. Listen, you know you're in bad company when you interact with a narcissist, and now you feel depleted. You feel empty. You don't feel as if somebody poured into you. You feel as if somebody drained you. You got to be around the type of people who want to pour into you, who want to feed your spirit, who want to nurture you, who don't want you to pour from an empty cup. Right? And here's the thing. Here's the manipulation tactic. This is the thing. A narcissist is too much to deal with, but they'll always convince you that you're too much to handle. Do you see that? A narcissist is too much to deal with, but they'll always try to convince you that you're too much to handle. That's the manipulation tactic. Manipulation looks like, I'll withdraw my support if you don't do this. I'll use emotion and tears to sway you my way because my goal is control. If you don't do this, I won't do that. Because a narcissist's overarching goal is control. They know themselves that they're too much to deal with, but they want to gaslight you and make you feel empty and make you feel like you're too much to handle, when really it's in reverse. Well, see, you're the problem. It's the way you were raised. See, they'll try to get all the information on you so they can use it against you. Oh, it's because the type of relationship that you had with your parents. Now you projecting it on me. It's because of how you were teased in school. It's because of the hurt that you experienced when you were a child. It's because of the abuse and the misuse and the failed relationships that you experienced. So-and-so did this to you. Now you think I'm going to do that to you. I'm good. You the bad person. Do you see the play? Do you see the psychological manipulation? Do you see the reverse psychology? You see the play. Now they feel big because they made you feel small. I need you to have discernment this year, not just discerning the spirits. I need you to discern some personality disorders. The best thing you can do, as I said before, you got to cut ties. Don't offer them an explanation. Don't offer them a second chance. No second, no third, no fourth, no 50th chance. Y'all don't like that. Learn how to flex your no muscle. Decide who's an asset and who else is a liability. Last but not least, here's a bonus. You will never be enough for a narcissist. Never, ever. And here's the reason why. You'll never be enough for a narcissist because they're not even enough for themselves. They're trying to use you to make themselves feel better when they really don't even know how to. They lack empathy. You're not responsible for their behavior, but you are responsible for how you take care of yourself post what you've experienced with narcissism. Narcissists is a manipulator at their core. What you have to do is you have to cut the cord. They're a manipulator at their core. You got to cut the cord. Anything that tears at the core of who you are should be expensive, too expensive to be in your emotional budget. Being with a narcissist is too expensive to be in your emotional budget. Knowing what to look for gives you a guide for what you need to avoid. Saying no to the narcissist is by saying yes to your progress. Hear me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Hear me tonight. Some of you will need to replay this. You need to go back and watch this over again. You'll need to share this with somebody. This is why you got to be in an environment of people who pour into you, who speak life into you, who challenge you to tap into the champion mindset that you have, that you need to unearth. If you're not a part of my Eagles Academy, I want you to go and join it. I want you to go and join it tonight. Some of us don't even believe anymore because of how we've been berated so much. We don't even challenge ourselves. We don't get comfortable being uncomfortable and uncomfortable being comfortable. I want you to get out of your comfort zone. I want you to stretch your faith. I want you to spread your wings and soar to another level. I want you to join the Eagles Academy. If you have not joined the Eagles Academy, I want you to do that tonight. Our membership is open. Go to theeaglesacademy.com. Go there right now, theeaglesacademy.com. Empowering you to soar into success and purpose. We're increasing your ideas, your impact, and your influence so that you can make that type of impact. This is what I'm going to do. I believe in this academy so much. I believe in our community so much. We have so many amazing individuals who are a part of it, that this is what I'm going to do. The next 6 of you in the mix at 6, the next 6 of you who go right now to theeaglesacademy.com and tap the join now button, put in the word SOAR at checkout, and I'm giving you 40% off of your membership. That's how urgent, that's how important it is for you to be in a network of individuals who want to see you soar to another dimension. And I'm one of those. I told you my goal in 2024 is to help you reach yours. Right? You'll be a part of our virtual masterclasses, our Q&A sessions. It's a thriving community of gifted leaders, accountability partners, where you're able to network, share ideas, business strategies. You're experiencing growth, transformation, getting innovative skills that you can employ, strategy, structure, solutions to take your vision to another dimension. The next 6 of you who go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap join now, put in the word SOAR at checkout, and I'm going to give you 40% off of your registration. Thank me later, because I know the impact that you're getting ready to experience. Access to master classes and courses, previous hundreds of hours of it, sessions, teachings, and trainings. Go there right now. If you want to birth your book, I've written 16 books. I think I know a thing or two about a thing or two. You want to write your book, go to theeaglesacademy.com/store, or you go to accessidentity.org/author. I'm helping you become an author. If you're already an author, I'm helping you increase your sales and your revenue as a writer. People need to get your book in their hands. I'm showing you how to do that. You want to develop yourself as a speaker, successful speaker strategies. That's as well at theeaglesacademy.com/store. You can download my free ebook. It's called More in 2024. Nothing but value, massive impact. I'm giving it to you. So those who want to join the Eagles Academy, those who want to get the bestseller book blueprint, those who want to get the successful speaker strategies, digital training, put in the word SOAR at checkout for the next 6 of you. And I'm giving you 40% off of your purchase. Listen, I got to get out of here. You don't want to miss tomorrow. You do not want to miss tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm talking about the 5 traits of a kingdom man. You do not want to miss tomorrow. You do not want to miss tomorrow. Again, you do not want to miss tomorrow. I am out of time, but I am not out of truth. You know, I'm yours truly. I hope I hope that Rachel G said I came in hot, made up for 2 days tonight. I hope I made up for 2 days tonight. I missed y'all, but I'm back. We ain't going nowhere except to the top, and we won't stop. So I'm yours truly, Dr. Eddie. Thank y'all for checking out In the Mix at 6. I'll be back tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Join us. Join us. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I need you to hit that thumbs up button. I need you to tap subscribe on my YouTube side. I need you to like. I need you to comment. I need you to share. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok. I need you to share it. Okay. And of course, if I can help to serve you in any way, please reach out to me. Connect with me, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn at EddieConnorJr. Peace and love. I'll see you tomorrow. Say no to the narcissist.